Hello chess lovers, Suren here with another mind-blowing attacking game for you played by the 8th world chess champion Mikhail Tal. Tal is on the black side and his opponent is a young 16-year-old German chess player Uwe Boensch. This game was played in 1974 in Halle. Halle is a city in Germany, and now let's see what happened on the board. Boensch opened up with e4 and c5 by Tal. Sicilian defense, knight f3, d6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3, and a6. Tal goes for Najdorf variation, and against Najdorf white is choosing the Fischer-Sozin attack, bishop c4, which was one of Bobby Fischer's favorite choices against Najdorf variation, e6, bishop b3, b5, queen e2, bishop e7, bishop e3, black castles kingside, f3, bishop b7, and white castles queenside. We have opposite side castlings, and this is going to be a very sharp game. Knight d7, and there it goes, g4. White is starting an advancement on the king side, but let's see who will be faster. Knight c5, g5, knight d7, and this time the h-pawn is marching forward. h4, rook c8, king b1, a prophylactic move by white, b4, knight a4, we see the exchange of knights on a4 square, knight c5, bishop goes back on b3 square, and this time a5. Who will be faster? That's the question. Bishop c4, now comes a4, rook g1. The rook is coming to overprotect the pawn on g5 in order to push forward the h-pawn. Now comes d5, a very important move in Najdorf variation. This move is somewhat freeing black's position and is allowing his pieces to get activated. E takes d5, bishop takes d5, and bishop d3. Now comes b3, and in return we have h5. White is not even paying attention what's going on the queen side. Now if b takes a2 check, then white king can hide behind this black pawn. Although still, even in this case, black has an advantage, but in our game after h5, Tal first captured on d3, got rid of that active bishop, which was both attacking black's king side and at the same time was playing a very important defensive role. C takes d3 and e5. Tal wants to kick away the knight from this d4 square in order to penetrate white's camp, but in return Boensch came up with an aggressive approach and played g6. He's going for a piece sacrifice. A piece sacrifice against Tal himself, guys. What a daring young player. But on the other hand, instead of g6, if you move away your knight, then in this case the rook is coming and white has no chance to survive. If b takes a3, then bishop takes a3. That's why after e5 we have this daring g6 move. Against Tal in Tal's style. Will this work? Let's find it out. E takes d4, Tal accepted the sacrifice, and queen g2. White has created a very dangerous mating threat, a very cunning move, and now black has to be very careful. For example, if you accept the bishop sacrifice as well, then in this case you can get checkmated on the spot. That's why after queen g2, Tal responded with bishop f6, overprotected the pawn on g7. But this time h6 is on the board. Look at these guys. And now again, if move like d takes e3, then again black king can soon get checkmated. White can announce a discover check, and after bishop h4, white can go for a beautiful under promotion, very beautiful move, and after luring away the queen as the bishop is no longer protected, can win it and then can announce a checkmate. That's why after h6, Tal made another precise move and captured on g6. H takes g7, and a very powerful move by Tal. As you can see, the rook on f8 is hanging, but Tal played rook c2. Of course, the simple rook f7 was also winning. Black could also capture on g7. Again, this is winning, but of course not king takes g7, because white has this rook takes h7 move, and then black king can get checkmated. But after h takes g7, as I've already mentioned, Mikhail Tal played rook c2, queen h3. But what if, for example, g takes f8, queen, then after queen takes f8, queen h3, black can go for a very beautiful move, a move which you will see in our main line. Let's go back. After h takes g7, rook c2, we have queen h3, and now you can pause the video and try to find Mikhail Tal's next move. Ready? In this position, Mikhail Tal played rook takes b2. Look at this daring move which has penetrated white's camp. This rook takes b2 move was also playable in our previous line. Again, in here, rook takes b2 was winning. But now let's see the consequences of this sacrifice in our main line. So after rook c2, queen h3, we have rook takes b2 check and king a1. But let's have a look. What if king takes b2? Then this time, black can capture on e3 and can announce a discovered check. And after king c1, the queen will join the attack, and then white king will simply get checkmated. In our game, after rook takes b2, we have king a1, but there is no escape from black rook. This time, Mikhail Tal played rook b1 check. Look at this madness, guys. This is a mad rook, and there is no escape from this aggressive beast. King takes b1. White is moving away his king from this dangerous diagonal, because if not like rook takes b1, then again this won't help white. Black can announce a discovered check, and then bishop takes b2 check is coming, and then the queen is joining the attack with a check, and then queen e7 check, and then a3 is coming, and then b takes a2. It's over, guys. White king will soon get checkmated. The second queen is appearing on the board, and finally we have a checkmate on the board. In our game, after rook b1 check, we have king takes b1. Now comes b takes a2 check, king c2. Well, if king a1, we will witness a very fascinating checkmate on the board. In our game, after b takes a2 check, we have king c2, but now the black queen is joining the attack with a check. King d2, queen c3 check, king e2, queen c2 check, bishop d2. The rook is now joining. When you are attacking, all your pieces should join the party. King g3, bishop e5 check, and finally Uwe Boensch resigned. If king h4, then queen h6 check is coming, and then black can announce a checkmate by playing bishop e6, or queen f4 was also mating. Look at this brutal checkmate, guys. A very impressive game, I think. Both sides were playing an uncompromised chess. Young Uwe Boensch even sacrificed a piece against Tal himself, but Tal's defense was precise, and in return, his mad rook, which penetrated white's camp, gave no air to breathe. White king found himself entangled in a mating net. What a game! Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this game. For more games, consider subscribing to my channel. Also press the bell button to get notified about new uploads. I will see you in my next video. Good luck.